Yes, I'll go ahead and photograph this too. This is a learning experience. This is something you don't want to have to do. Keep in mind, this wing is fabric covered, is just put on with an iron, and all I have to do is dope it now. But I'm going to have to cut open this area. So try and make this cut as clean as you can. So when you go ahead to cover it back up, hopefully you can hide it. I think maybe it'd be a good idea if I went ahead and cut it open back here on the beam and just peeled it open, got in behind it, and then peeled it back closed. That way I really wouldn't have to put much of a patch over the top of it. You know, if I can sneak that block in, hide it, and then close it back up, be a fairly clean situation. So let me think about this, and then I'll show you my cut. Okay, what you see is what you get when you're going to scarf out this piece. Didn't come out quite as clean as I wanted it to be, but you can only get so clean, especially with fabric. And then when I go to patch this over, these patches are going to have to cover a wider area in order to pick up on some shrinkage. And then hopefully the dope will make all this disappear. As you can see, I have access to the inside of my wing now, so now I'm going to go ahead and cut some blocks up. Figure out where I'm going to actually have my hinges before I close them up. Make sure aileron works. I want to make sure everything works before you're going to close this back up. So we're going to go ahead and install some blocks, dissect the aileron, install some blocks, and get the hinges in, make sure the hinges are where I want them to be, and then close this back up. Here we are a couple hours later. I'm done with the blocks on the ailerons. I'm done with everything except for the fact that I need to hinge it and button it back together. But this is basically what I got. I peeled open the aileron, just peeled the skin right open, and installed some blocks in there. Make sure that they didn't come out on the top side because they're like really close. I think I'm alright. And then on the wing itself, I just went ahead and I installed blocks inside. If you can really see them in the camera there, but they're nothing but little balsa blocks on the back side. So now all I got to do is just cut some slots and throw the hinges in there and make sure ailerons work. But before I do that, I think I might go ahead and heat up the iron and try and close these ailerons back up. There should be hopefully enough adhesive on there still that the iron will just make them stick right back down. And hinge up, make sure it works, and then close this wing back up, and I can go ahead and start doping this one. But I think what I'll probably end up doing is probably go for the top wing and try and get it covered too, so when I'm doping I can go ahead and dope both wings at the same time. Try and save some time, because I really like to get this thing to a point of almost having it painted about the time me and Wanda think about moving out of here. We're looking for a house, or we're going to start looking for a house now. So I'm not sure if I'll get this plane done prior to the move or not. And who knows after the move how much time I'll be spending on the plane versus working on a house for a little while. I would like to have it flying this summer though, so I could end up putting it aside for a couple of months anyway. Alright, got ribs on the Barbie, so I'm going to have to cut this off.